One of the agents is here reporting for duty, about to commence the hijack. Before I do that, let me tell you a little story about how I got to this point.
I flip my wrists, I flip my wrist on them. I flip my wrists, I flip my whip it now, yep, whip it now, yep, whip it now.
By me, for me, with me, starring me, co-starring me, directing me, photography is me, associate director, which I associate with myself because I am the director. In other words, me. That's the name of this, me. The whole time you're watching this is me. Nothing but me. All me. Okay. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy me.
Just woke up from a dream, I'm trying to shake it off. I'm an astronaut that's stranded, eventually I'm taking off. I'm realist, they gon' come, I swim from another planet. Country grammar with some manners, so these haters ain't gon' stand it. Come on. Green thumb, got some green money in my pockets, in the green screen. Look green, men up in the rocket. I was riding the Salif, didn't feel like I'm a star. Now my doors say they ajar, now I know I make the call. One day I saw the other eye up in the cloud, up in the sky. Then I stopped preaching to the choir, found out the preacher was a lie. And the politicians fight, they all do what they desire. Most of guns and suits for high, that'll kill your kids if they get die. And that's real. Vik Bang, no, don't pay that much for chains. See, I'm on the bigger things that I can't explain, no cat damn blame. See me shine, don't get no stain. I feel like the Teflon Don. Cat damn, did it go insane? What kind of drugs is that boy on? What you think that I'm finna act sane? Be the next Lil Wayne, I'll say the same thing. Last I checked my name, Vik Bang like the Vik Bang. I do some big damn things. Rap like Get the Miller with Sagan, but my weak meat be Satan, but not the one with the pitchfork. If your team is real with switchball. Took a while to get here, but goddamn I'm glad I came. Took a while to get here, but goddamn I'm glad I came. Took a while to get here, but goddamn I'm glad I came. Took a while to get here, but goddamn I'm glad I came. And y'all stay where I'm staying, and y'all don't feel what I'm saying, but I'm here to raise some mayhem, so the radio gon' play him. Amen, amen. When they see dragons, they gon' wanna slay him. So from the AM to the PM, I let every sun ray and chill. People all up on the fence, they say we need some evidence, cause it's just too much common sense. See, I'm Neo on the D-Lo, and y'all know this is the Matrix. Since I'm plugged in, I'ma turn on and turn up, and might as well make hits. Raised don't turn up college, never turn my collar. Used to try to holler, now it's hard to try to bother. See me in a cameo, swear I made a cameo like Superman be on the low. Glasses look cooler, I know. Yeah, I know you think you're wise and it's deceiving, but it's me you seeing. I'm not foreign, not no European. You just like me if you peeing. I just needed a good reason. I'm the truth that I believe in. I'm a goddamn human being. Come on. Let me get back on my grind and show my people how we do this. No tap dancing, hammer time. Let me MJ on these boards and moonwalk somewhere back in time. But my socks don't have no glitter, cause I shine myself just fine. Yeah, I'm crazy, y'all don't know that yet. If you only saw the stuff.
Now, I'm the one who has willingly and knowingly been making all of these here home movies.
I won't.
Because I am the best, you see. Because I'm the only one that does it. How much I'm getting paid. Wow. Well, anyway, let's get back to it.
Hey, Jane Burnett, her own beauty salon. In her own kitchen. We're gonna have before and after shots of everyone done in here, okay?
LaDonna in there.
The Godfather, that's bogus. You know we have no money. I won't pay it. I'll handle this one.
This thing on. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Now showing. I'm gonna take you through the life and times of this cat. Call MJ. Let's go. I'm watching my movie with extras and stars. Women off from Venus, females off from Mars. It's real life, what I tell in these bars. The camera keeps shooting till the curtain falls. Now show me your life.
one take. No sir, you can't do that twice. No chick, get your seats in the front row. What's gonna happen next? Man, you won't know. Just enjoy the show. I stepped in my life crime. First scene, me and
There's
Gene.
three aspects of this story: pre-bang, post-bang, hijack.
Lights in my face, getting slapped on my butt. I'm surprised by this place. It's not used to.
Now they talking to me. I couldn't buy a date before, now they walking to me. But I say no thank you and get back to the slab. 600 on the eye, get back to the lab, where the only thing to grab is my pen and my pad, and write about the life and the women I had. I can't have anyone fill a space that's empty, though a fine body, pretty face might tempt me.
Everybody needs someone to love.
Come on.
Woman, do you hear my plea?
Good shirts. They saw me walk in with no attention till I got amplified and got your attention. I spit a little game and got more dimension by how people quick to talk and slow to listen. They quick to move and slow to think, but enough of that, y'all. Let's just pour the drink and get your hands in the air like a stick up, stick up, stick up. Get your hands in the air like a stick up, stick up, stick up.
The lover before him.
Man right there drops true pimp legend. But way before his time. Way ahead of his time, I'm sorry.
Take us back to a time. Take us back to the beginning.
When I first met him, man, he had his watch about the size of a dinner plate. I'm talking about just diamonds everywhere, man, rings. You can still hear the words, man. You don't grind, you don't shine.
Live from Greece, Spartan Talk with your host, Leroy Nidus.
Man. Whatever you do not move this pillow I got in my lap.
Boy, you a fool, boy. So when you gonna send that tape in there?
Man, I'm still working. I'm editing it right now because the angle's all messed up. Because, you know, I be jumping so high that they just get my feet in the air and you don't even see me dunk. You just hear me going, ah!
I shoot the club up real quick. You can't shoot the club up, man. Don't you gonna blow our cover.
Hold on, I mean, why I can't shoot the club? They coming all on me. I mean, they putting their hands on me. That's my property. Girls on this property, not men. I don't want their swords on me. Why they gotta be touching me for? Do I go over there and touch on them on their tongue?
We've seen and heard a lot of political ads where the candidates say things that they won't do and make promises they won't keep. Not Marcus Jackson. Marcus Jackson tells the truth.
I eat at local restaurants but rarely pay or tip. I love my community and work hard to keep it clean. I love basketball and have a great jump shot. I wash one of my cars by hand sometimes. Hopefully all this good footage shows you I'm a regular person just like you and you'll vote for me. I'm Marcus Jackson. And
I know the odds are stacked, I know the game is rigged. They said it couldn't be done, they ain't talk to the kid. We breaking all the rules, we writing the history. And I'm a daredevil, it ain't nothing to me. Whenever I do my thing, it's something to see. Lights, camera, action, point something at me. Ay. And if I fall, I get up and brush the dirt off. Throw it back in first gear, hit the gas and skirt off. Yeah! Can't tell me I can't fly. Put your hands in the sky. Come on, say I'm a daredevil. Yeah, I live on the edge, baby. I'm on the edge, right? Tell me I can't fly. Put your hands in the sky. When I had this year, graduation, couldn't take it, no job, had to leave. College grad sitting next to GEDs, had to eat. Luckily for me, the ASR still had to be riding in the Cutlass with the driver's side. Have a seat. Let me tell you about my life. Pull up a chair. Have a seat. Let my boy get at you.
It's my turn.
You have well, I was nothing like a pimp because I ain't got no hoes, and they used to step on me like my name was Dr. Shows. I said I'm an engineer and yeah, I got some goals, but once they see me car, they be like they got to go. Now it seems like I'm the same dude that they got to know.
Everybody acting dynamite when you about to blow. My brother Steve-O just came back from effing war. Now do you question like I do, what was it effing for? Yeah.
We are very thankful today and forevermore. We are very thankful today and forevermore.
I'm just gonna be an artist this year. Not worry about trying to sell anything, make any money, image, fame. You know, that's not the purpose. You know, paint is paint. That's what I'm gonna do. Be an artist.
Now say it with some style. Now say it with some style. Now say it with some style.
Yeah, I'm shooting as I go, it really don't matter the speed. I'm just gonna do this thing right here, just pay attention when I speak. Godiffinity, it's not me.
Now say it with some style. 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 Now say it with some style.
They go in, I'ma get it right now. They gon' feel it right now, I'ma kill it right now. In a couple minutes we gon' start the party. In a couple minutes we gon' start the party. In a couple minutes we gon' start the party. In a couple minutes we gon' start the party. Yeah, see I start off on the left, then I switch it to the right. Sound like a different mic, that's the co-pilot. You right, it's gonna be a long night. Yep, now buckle up tight for the magic flight. This is your captain speaking, I'm waiting for clearance. They upgraded my mic, so no interference. I'm feeling kinda good, so I'ma give you a freebie. Now ain't this a lot more entertaining than TV? I seen more TNA than TSA. What did he just say? Is he okay? Stewardess.
Everything will be okay. He just does this when he's drunk. He's just
And to that girl in I3, I saw that's when that BB. When I hear cruise control, come up and see me. I'm about to take a break, cause it's hard to elevate and I need to concentrate. So everybody wait, hold on. This is leading up to the thing. We start off by saying that I know nothing. I'm on a journey as we all are, to find ourselves and try to make sense out of this crazy world we live in. I'm only trying to remove what I think I see, to see what really is, the truth. I look at our behavior as one of the more intelligent species on the planet and compare that to the planet itself, to the universe itself, to nature. We are out of sync. I don't have all the answers, but asking the questions is the only way to begin the journey of discovering the truth. So let's start asking some questions. Nature was in existence before us. Before us, it was intelligent, it was geometric, it was efficient, it was able to learn and evolve, it was symbiotic and connected, it was alive. Everything we discovered about nature was already there. It was already being done. And that's why I believe in what I believe in, my brother. Because you got to believe in what you believe in, brother, to get somewhere, to be successful, to stand on your own 2 feet. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to stand before you stand, brother. I'm an officer of the damn law. Well, I'm a damn officer too. Officer of the damn state. Because your rights come from the Creator. And the Creator created the rights of everyone and put them together. And when he did that, on the 3rd day of the 16th month, see, there's 16 of them right there. You just ain't gonna sit here with your hair looking like that
and expect somebody to listen to you say some silliness like that. You can't even spell around here, boy. Got some my own. I'm an officer of the damn law. You sit your black butt down with your cheap cross on it I got on also. This chain is made from the finest plated sterling that you can buy at T-Street. Oh, you act like I can't spell, officer. You act like I can't spell, officer. O-T-T-C-N-R.
Whether you believe in God, whether you don't believe in God, it's a mystery. Science can say God doesn't exist, but the Big Bang happened. Something came from nothing. That's what we call magic. That's what we call a miracle. We're just looking at it in different ways. So let's just stop labeling it, and let's just say we don't know what's going on. We don't have the answers. The preacher doesn't have the answers. The scientist doesn't have the answers. Both of them are trying to explain the same thing, something that can't be explained. Because the people that are here and gone, they don't come back. You can have a near-death experience, but you can't have a death experience. We are natural. This is where we come from. This is where we're going to end up going back to. You know, I kind of look at myself as
this is the Bay.
Waves in the ocean.
A lot's happened since my first video that I put out after my awakening, which happened in the Everglades. It wasn't anything that I was expecting, but I was someone that was searching for the truth. And it happened. You know, I had what would be considered an out-of-body experience or a near-death experience, but I was alive. I was walking broad daylight, and it could be easy to just write that off as, oh, you know, just in your head. But what's happened afterwards is what can't be written off. The experience that I have, the awareness that I have, the experience of the world. Me, once I saw that, I wanted to go deeper and deeper and deeper, and that's what I've been doing. And along my journey, as I said, I'm going to leave breadcrumbs. So this is a culmination of what I consider to be my fingerprint of the truth on the world. And now, all of the hooks that I've laid since that time, knowing that you wouldn't believe me, knowing that there would be haters and doubters and whatever out there, all of those hooks I'm starting to pull up now. So for those of you that don't know, my name is actually Michael Johnson. The people that I used to work with know me as Michael. My family knows me as Mikey. I'm an artist as well. This album went double wood. It's called Now Showing. So even then, I was playing around with the idea of life being a movie. And to me, it kind of seemed that way. And even in this album, I didn't even label the tracks. I labeled them scenes. So what I'm attempting to do is change the scene in my movie and change the scene in your movie for the better. Vikter Bang, I spell it V-I-K-T-E-R. It's spelled out phonetically. It's victory. I'm claiming victory. And victory over what? Bang, sound. Victory over sound, over noise. Now, you put those two together, victory over noise. What is the noise? The noise is the illusion. The noise is the illusion of the physical world being all there is. I have a background in mechanical engineering, for those that are going to say I'm just a religious guy or whatever, because it has nothing to do with religion. This is a combination of spirituality and science, and I'm actually trying to make spirituality cool and take it out of the stagnant books that we have it in and bring it into the now. A part of that name as well is just claiming victory. It's just a reminder of myself that I'm victorious, even though I may be in a minority as far as the world is concerned. And the reason I say that is because once I had a glimpse of this awareness, this other reality that's layered on top of this, it's almost like Matrix-like, Inception-like.
Your brain makes its best guesses to give you the organized and dependable world you know so well.
Even though our reality isn't really real, and it certainly isn't perfect, it's close enough.
That his world is delusional, that there's something false about it. Well, this did finally happen to me.
Now they say we create our own reality. I know you've seen The Secret, Law of Attraction, and all that stuff. So I'm playing with that as well to see what can one really create. What do I want to create? World peace.
I want world peace. I want equality for all. And I want everyone to be happy, enjoy their lives, live their dreams. And to do that, you don't need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of material stuff, because the joy is really in the joy of creation. These are all songs that have never been released, never been seen by any other human being on the planet. Why is that? Because I was afraid. I was afraid of what you would say, what you would think. I was afraid that you would judge me, that you would compare me to the rappers that are out there now, the artists that are out there now. And it's true that you're going to do that, and you are doing that now. And it's been a long time that I've been trying to do this. So now I've gotten to the point where I feel I can do it, and I'm confident enough in myself and my abilities and my experience. That's the thing. Once I had the experience, I was gone. You know, I went from being intellectually like, okay, God exists, it makes sense. Like, it didn't make sense that this will happen by chance. It seems like there's intelligence here, there. But until you have an experience of it, it's just someone talking. Just like I'm just someone talking to you. So I want you to have an experience at the end of the day. Once you do that, your light is lit, then you'll see, oh, this guy wasn't lying. You know, now it is painful because we've been deceived. We've been deceived into thinking that God is not within us and God is out there. And if you keep looking out there, it's going to keep going. It just keeps going. You have to look inside. And even the let's just create right now. Now, my plan was to go home to Pensacola to have this conversation with my family, to let them know the knowledge that I have. I was going to touch on some hot topics with religion, and I knew it was going to be a touchy thing. I was going to record it, but I said, nah, let me not do that. But actually, before I can even set that up, we ended up getting into the conversation. And the one guy who is the least religious in the family was the one that was actually making the most noise about the Bible. And he is the one that goes to church the least. It was an interesting conversation, but they at least knew where I was coming from.
Oh, man, I hit you where you're right now. Oh, but don't let it get like that. Oh! What became of him?
On that bus, I mixed this whole thing down, and I was going to use that footage because I wanted to have Quilo there, Right Now there, and we could all put it together. So we were all in the same spot.
I think to the first time to the stage making her premiere. I'm making my premiere tonight with Rare, but I'm not named Brown Sugar.
This is all happening. They're ready to introduce my mom. All I get is a sheet of paper with 4 names on it, and they crossed out one name and say, hey, they're just making up stuff. They don't know what's going on. So I'm getting thrown to the wolves. This is a trial by fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, we have a few more special guests coming out. And the next one that's about to grace our stage goes by the name of Brown Sugar.
Brown sugar?
Yeah, we all like brown sugar. Yeah, it's sweet, it's brown, and it's sugar. So ladies and gentlemen, introducing, I think to the first time to the stage making her premiere. I'm making my premiere tonight with Rare, but I'm not named Brown Sugar. Yeah, she's gonna come to the stage and she's gonna do something.
Do you do this every year?
No. So how's everybody feeling? Everybody had a good Thanksgiving? Everybody's... Now, are all these Pensacola people in here? Everybody here is from Pensacola? Most people? So y'all visiting. Where y'all from over there? Where you from? New York. New York? Oh, you from here? Okay. So you come down here because it's warm. Okay.
Yeah, hey everybody. My name is Vikter Bang, and this is my first time trying this comedy thing. We're gonna see how it go, and I'm gonna try it out on people that just about laugh at any damn thing. My family. I'm happy, y'all. I'm happy, okay? And people don't like when you happy because they want to know why are you happy? Because they're not happy. You see what I'm saying? It's very easy. And I'll just mix it all together. I say cat, damn, it's not a curse word. Look at y'all, y'all looking around. Y'all looking around like y'all ain't never cursed before. This damn microphone. Let me talk to you. Now let's start with the obvious. It's obvious. Mr. Michael Burnett. Let me tell you the truth about Mr. Michael Burnett here. Yeah, he a player. He ain't got a big old belly. Yeah, he lie all the time. But Mike gonna give you what he gonna give you. Nothing. He gonna lie, yeah. And people is surprised when he don't give them nothing and when he lie. It's amazing. Ever since I've been able to be aware of anything that Michael Burnett has done in my entire life, it is consisted of two things: lying and not giving nobody nothing. He's been very consistent. Now, Michael Burnett is a crazy guy, but you know, he has fun. He's a big kid now. He's a big old kid, ashy legs, you know, stereotypical black hillbilly. But I love him, you know, he's a black Elvis. So look at that. How many black Elvis impersonators do y'all have in y'all family? So this is where I come from. This is my pedigree here. Like I'm a goddamn Labrador.
Like no one knew what was going on, and I was going to have to try to be the one to do the two-step to entertain these people. So I did my best, and what I did was I, in my mind, said, okay, this is a trial by fire. You said you want the spotlight. Here's the spotlight. Entertain these people. See, that's how the universe works. You know, it gives you the chance to be courageous if you want courage. You know, you already have it. It just gives you the opportunity to show it's already in you. So I've asked for the spotlight because I want to share this message. So bam, spotlight right there. Bam, trial by fire. Here you go. Are you gonna fail or are you gonna sink or swim? So I said, I'm gonna swim. And not only am I gonna swim, I'm gonna backstroke.
I got time backstroke. I thought side stroke.
But anyway, and you'll see that the energy that I brought to the situation, in my opinion, and you could ask other people and you could look at other opinions of what happened. I wanted to make sure that it was something that can be captured as proof of what, just positivity and just energy and just like, you know what, we're going to make this a good time. We're going to make this better. This message is for everybody, you know, because it's really truth. It transcends time. It's not talking about age.
Show y'all pretty cats how to get down. This is an 84-year-old cougar, y'all. Somebody say, hell yeah! I want to be just like her!
You see the energy that's projected. You'll see the reactions. And that is the start of it. At the end, we did not get to perform.
Tell me what the hell just happened, dog. Tell me what happened.
We came here. We came prepared.
Yeah, we was ready.
Perform a show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but the thing didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't it happen?
I really don't know.
Okay. I'm in agreement with you on that, player.
Bang got pulled to the stage.
Yeah.
And he had to do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
He had to.
But we ain't get before though.
We sure didn't.
They ain't even ready.
But hold up.
I paid $500 for this belt.
All you have to do is be ready because I knew something better was coming along. And the footage that came along, as you'll see, is better than what we would have got there. Like, we made that party better than it was supposed to be.
I'm looking for a bad dog. I'm looking for a bad dog. Wait a minute, what, right here. All right, we're going to see what he can fall. Are you ready? Let's see what he can do. Come on.
And we have a question on the phone from Victor.
Can you speak a little more on the eye-opening experience that you had, I guess, that maybe changed your perspective or gave you a different perspective as you go from this transition to the next? Yeah, that's a great question.
You recording?
I'm recording.
Okay. So what we're going to do is, it's a couple stops. It's 1, 2, 3 stops. Came in looking like a whole lot of something else.
So I just came back from Oaxaca, and I was going to go there and just chill out with Tommy, Alex, Jordan, Jalen, and just enjoy myself and kind of have a little mini vacation before I did this video and got started with the next phase. The trip was going fine, enjoying ourselves. Got a lot of good footage. I was playing around with that slow-mo on the iPhone. Got some footage of me jumping in the pool. I was going to use all that here in this video and couldn't because I ended up dropping my phone into the lake. And that happened. So I was telling that story to Alex and Tommy because I thought it was very interesting. And I did that and didn't know that they would also have an experience, and was talking about synchronicity when synchronicities happen in their lives with their numbers and things that meant things to them that were around their own neighborhood.
You got fear looking right at you saying, come on here. That's fear right there. That's Tommy's fear facing him. I'm not saying that. Watch this. All right, on this side we got Tommy's fear. On this side we got the real Tommy. On this side we got the imaginary line that Tommy need to cross and pet his fear. What would Tommy do? The camera is rolling. This is real life. Your dad wouldn't touch a cat.
Because he got attacked by one.
He told you that story?
No, my mom did.
Well, tell us that story.
He got attacked by a cat. And he got scratched. And I know he'll never touch a cat because he does not like cats.
And what if I told you he touched the cat? He was petting the cat and the cat was purring on him and going meow, meow, meow.
That is not true.
Why don't you think it's true, Jordan?
Because I know you'll never do it and you'll never do it in your life.
Never say never, Jordan. Never say never.
You won't.
I did it.
No, you did.
Well, it's hard to believe because you wasn't there. But trust me.
I can still.
We're gonna show you footage of me touching the cat.
Come here. What animal is Eddie afraid of?
Cats.
Why is he afraid of them?
Because he got mauled by one.
What if I told you that Daddy was petting one? Could you believe it? Why? Because what?
That's what I told Dad.
What? Tell the camera why.
He got mauled by a cat.
So what if I told you he did?
Mauled.
No, literally, I think
Surprised you still got your limbs, sir.
Well, he got attacked by a cat, but
yeah.
But what?
Same thing of mold.
Okay, but what if I told you he did do it? Would you believe it?
No.
Is it impossible?
No, it's not impossible, but.
Well, why wouldn't you believe it then?
Because he got mauled by a cat.
Okay, but what? So just because one cat did it to him, you think all cats are gonna do it?
No, but like. Okay, fine, I believe it.
It's okay to have your
I
opinion.
still don't believe it.
You still don't believe it?
I don't believe it. You have to prove it.
Prove it to you?
You have to prove it to believe it.
So you're saying that your parents are lying to you? That's basically what you're saying.
No, I'm just asking for you guys to prove it.
But if I told you he was down on his knees and he was petting the cat and the cat was all over it, like he was loving it, like purr.
Fine, I believe you.
Okay, so we're gonna show it to you, and then we'll ask you if you truly believe and why you believe. Okay? All right.
Hello, everybody. This is YouTuber 335 here, and as we welcome 336 and 337.
Boy, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! What you say? What you say? What you say? What you say? Boy, when you cut the chair,
Balls always in the center most of the time. You started came out with the truth. You're gonna line it up because you want to be accurate. That's why I use the truth, because the truth is accurate. No matter who put this down here, white, black, Chinese, this is the truth. So, and we start with the truth, and we do this. And we move together using the truth. Nobody's leading. Yeah. Who's leading? The truth. Ain't nobody leading this movement. Yeah, right. The truth unites. Yeah. So wait a minute, okay, hold on. So you telling me the truth is this. Well, what if the truth is that? Let me see what that look like. 99% done wised up. This is how you change the world. What is 1% gonna do?
I got my beast mode on, my beast mode on, beast mode on, got my beast mode on, beast mode on, beast mode on, beast mode on, got my beast mode on. And let me see ya, and let me hear ya, and let me see ya. If you
Both matter and energy can be created.
Do you want to Google it?
It can't be. It said it can't be created or destroyed. It could just be changed.
What can?
Energy. It can't be created or destroyed, but it can be converted into like a new change.
Literally, I won't change, it's like I have no sense. Seen a glimpse of where we went and I ain't been back since. I'm the truth, and you know at least resistance, I can't force it. Focus just like a portrait's momentum, steady moving forward.
Someone wanna execute the man. If it can be done, then no excuses, yes I can. And I got my people with me, so excuse my fam. Cause we from the bottom, from ex-losers to I am. That's right.
What we have here now is a whole lot of real in your ear now.
Call it what you want, higher self, inner self, God, source, all possibility, all there is, I am, etc. But it is real, it is within you, and it's ready to reveal itself. 2629 years ago, Buddha comes. Buddha is the awakened one. He wakes up. He's a man that's fully awoken from a deep sleep. They're discovering that suffering like the dream is over. He rediscovered an ancient way to the ancient city, and it's been covered up and forgotten. It's true. It's been covered up and forgotten. This is how it reveals, or how I'm revealing it. When asked how he wanted to be remembered, Buddha said, as one who woke up. How does one wake up? It's not difficult. This is part of the process, just giving you the information. Simple awareness that it exists, right? Being able to say, oh, that's something. Waking up is something. Here comes Yeshua, but you can call him Jesus, or they call him Jesus. Jesus of Nazareth. You know, he says stuff like, the stuff I do, you can do stuff like this and greater. He said, why do you call me good? There is none good but God. He said, don't look here or there. The kingdom of God is within you. He said, it's not written in your law that you are God's. 1691, they were still arguing about that. So Council of Nicaea said, all right, we're going to figure this out. 412 years ago, King James Version is authorized. Who was King James? Who authorized the version? It wasn't us. Why are we following someone else's version of the truth? There is no version of the truth. What was slavery? Well, we need to look at chattel slavery. Chattel slavery is an imprisonment that where you're owned and your children are owned and they're automatically enslaved. And chattel is general use or possession. We weren't considered a person because of the amount of melanin in our skin. That's the amount of ignorance that we were facing. This is 240 years ago. They said all men are endowed by the Creator. The hypocrisy now, because America wanted freedom, but they had slaves themselves. Supporters of slavery said, since he rebelled, we need to push them down even further, limit the education, movement, assembly. Free blacks and other anti-slavery northerners began helping fugitive slaves escape from southern plantations, right? So free blacks are helping other blacks experience freedom 76 years ago. Marcus Garvey. Liberate the minds of men, and ultimately, you will liberate the bodies of men. If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. 62 years ago, Albert Einstein, he says imagination is more important than knowledge. He says reality is a mere illusion. Interesting. 52 years ago, Malcolm X, when he came back after his return from Mecca, he said an awakened people pose a threat to Western interests. And he just basically said they're vulturisms. And it's true. If not now, then when? If not you, then who? What are we waiting on? He was talking about urgency. He said 53 years ago, this is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or taking the tranquilizing drug of gradualism. Science says, hey, we don't study all that deep inner physical, creation stuff. Leave it to the philosopher. So what does a genius philosopher say? He says, you don't look out there for God, something in the sky, you look in you. Okay, this is what the philosopher says. Science throws it to philosophy. This is what a genius philosopher says. 27 years ago, what does a genius Christian Jesuit that's inside this Catholic Roman church that's made up by Constantine say? You're a success in life when you wake up. Then you don't have to apologize to anyone. You don't have to explain anything to anyone. You don't have to give a damn what anyone thinks about you. You don't care what anybody says about you. You have no worries. You're happy. That's what I'll call being a success. That's freedom. We've suppressed our own spirituality because we feel we're not worthy in some reason, because you have to question, you have to look within yourself, you have to free yourself. What sense of self do you have? Have you slayed your own inner demons? Are you willing to forgive yourself? Have you faced your own ignorance? The key is within, and nobody can take it. See, I was whispering on that part because I want to make it seem like it's a secret, but it ain't a secret. Your boy been planning this for a minute. I know y'all want to believe all this stuff, so instead of me wasting my time talking to a whole bunch of people not believing that I made videos. So then you can look back at the videos and the questions that y'all are asking and that y'all are going to ask on this, we're going to answer those questions. Do you think it's possible that the religion and stories that we were given were presented in a way to keep us ignorant and subservient? Is it possible to a person, deity, being, whatever, that looked like our oppressors? Why? We would be easier to control for life. This is mental slavery and we still are not free. Now look how big that elephant is on the right, okay? It can easily break that rope. That's a mental thing. The elephant is thinking about all the times it tried to break the rope when it was small and weak and couldn't break the rope. So it sees the rope is the same, no need to try, that didn't work all those times. That's a program. That's all that is. We can tell the elephant all day, you can break that rope, you can do it, buddy, but you can't make the elephant move its leg. Look how strong and big that elephant is. You could move its leg if you wanted to. It has to do it itself. But all you can do is show them the information. That's all I can do is show you the information. It's your choice to expand your mind and heart to accept the possibility that there could be another way, more information, something more than we see, a better way for us to live together, freedom, joy, peace, a better experience of being alive on this planet. I'm either lying or I'm telling the truth. I've purposely made this to where it was such a wide gap of grayness that it's not even gray anymore. It's either black or white. That's why the slides are black and white. I'm talking black and white. Just the facts, ma'am, right? Now, I called them before, but...
Thank you for calling the toll-free number
called them on
for
Sunday.
gospelbillboards.org. Para español, marque 9. To speak with someone on our phone team about your questions or spiritual needs, press 0. Have you ever asked yourself these questions? Can I really know what is true? What will happen to me after I die? Who is Jesus? These are very important questions, and it's crucial to know the right answers.
So you saw one of our signs and have a comment or question?
Like, who defines truth?
Well, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Jesus, when he was here on earth, was at times questioned about his, and I believe his resurrection validates that what he was declaring was truth. The resurrection proves the Bible, and the Bible proves the resurrection. That's a circle. I understand that. So that becomes an important question. Did the resurrection of Jesus really happen? I will freely admit that if the resurrection of Jesus was a lie or a hoax or a myth, then the Christian faith really has no basis.
I'm on a quest for truth myself, and part of the reason why I'm calling you is just to see that perspective. But from a religious standpoint, I wanted to see what I can find out without any religion, without any text. If God exists, he should be accessible to me without any teaching. If I'm just born in the wilderness, just like any other of God's creatures in nature, I should have the same connection to God as nature does. So I went on that journey and actually had an experience that would be likened to waking up.
The difference between your beliefs, experience, religion, however you want to say it, and my beliefs is that you are looking inside yourself for God, and I am looking for finding God outside myself. Anything particular you'd like me to pray for?
The raising of consciousness on the planet.
Let's pray.
So this is a physical representation of the thought that we had last week. This is what we're going to get feedback on. Right here. See, it's like a door. You open it, and oh my goodness, it's going to be some revealing information. And it says there, warning, extreme truth inside. Everything I say can be researched and most importantly experienced by you. Your ego is very convincing. It has a name, personality, belief, culture, and other things, but it is not you. You are the being experiencing the presence of an ego. At one point we were one. We were connected. Everything is energy, and there is only one. So it is really true. We are one. We are all part of one energy. There's plenty of talk about the human or physical aspect of us, but little on the more expansive being aspect, the enigma that can't be measured by mainstream science. This consciousness observes your entire life and doesn't change as your body does. We've been turned upside down. We've forgotten our connection to the mystery of the cosmos and nature and believe that we are just our egos and our bodies. We've lost our relationship with the intelligence behind everything. We've came out of balance with nature and traded our loving, beautiful planet for fake riches to satisfy a fake ego. The secret is you are connected to and one with that intelligence, and you are that source experiencing its own creation.
And I know it's kind of not what you are hearing in the mainstream. This ain't gonna be on the news, not yet, but that's what we're doing. And that's the question. That question you asked, why? Why? But it's a good question. And people don't ask that question because if what I'm saying is true and it's that good, why isn't that shared? This is the good news. Now the reason I think you don't hear this on the news is because that gives you power. We can't have you powerful walking around here with your chest out thinking you God, you're not incarnate, but you are. But we can't have you walking around here with your chest pumped out, sir, because I can't control you, then your strings going. The strings they use is the programming they use for us. The strings they use can be economic, it can be religious, it can be all that. But the thing is, they can't control what we think, they can't control what we do. All I'm telling you is how magnificent you are. The denial that you may have is part of that program. But we can work on that. That's easy. That's just somebody telling you something that wasn't true. Child, let me tell you the truth, child. Oh, it's gonna get done. It's getting done. This is a done deal. You just watching the process. They control us by saying we need to be saved by an idea that they gave us in the first place. Systematically. That's what we're fighting against, a systematic hiding of the truth. They didn't even with me after 8 years now. Right. All I get is a box, and they ain't give me that. So I'm hoping that this experience is better, that I can leave with some grace. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. How does that normally go? It comes out.
Wow.
Huh? I call out. We're going to do a call out.
One thing you guys should know about Mike is I spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah.
Right there. This guy has a huge heart. And he believes in the unity of people. He believes in the good of everybody. And I think that is something that people should really know about him and embrace about him. All these grand ideas that he's got, they all focus around how everybody has so much good in them. And he just wants to bring people together that way, right? Is that a simple way to sum it up?
I guess I'm crazy, y'all, cause I dream like Martin do, and I like to make a movie called Song with You, that old bring out the song with You. Let's celebrate, get a same part too, cause everybody knows that you're hard to choose. You can look in the mirror if you need to prove, cause everything you ever don't need is you. I don't care, enough of that preaching, boy. I can do this all weekend, boy. Into a G, that yoke was on my mind. The truth will set you free. My folks, this is the time, cause there's none higher. No, there is none higher. See, you was born a king, so I salute you, sire. My mom was made of earth, my dad was made of fire, and God gave us air, so put your hands up higher. God existed, everything you can do, but most never look so. Most don't have a clue, I'm either right or I'm wrong, but I don't tell no lie.
die. This is the eternal life. No, you will never die. No, you will never cry. No, there ain't no hell for the Lord. That is just a boogeyman. That is just another day. I just know that I am. From me to you, this is my love letter. Take it down. Thank you.
This is $1 that I actually have to spend, ladies and gentlemen, because I am broke. Have you ever heard this song before?
It's not working.
Thank you.
Try to say a little something on a track that embody MJ, but y'all don't wanna listen, just smoke, party, and play. For some this is a game, for me my life's in words.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Project 27 is a wrap. One of the reasons why I kept 27 in my consciousness for prior to my awakening is because she was born on February 27. Today is her birthday. So I always kept that number around, and the synchronicity tended to pick up afterwards, and now I see it all the time. Driving from coast to coast pretty much is that there's a lot of noise to cut through. And one person can easily be put on the side and not listened to and ignored. That's pretty much been my experience. And not from a sense of what I'm saying is nonsense. I've tried to be as logical and rational and explain my experience from a scientific point to the best that I could. But from both avenues, from a scientific and from a spiritual standpoint, there's a lot of hypocrisy.
Yeah, let's give them something to hate. Yeah, let's give them something to hate. They all waiting on something to hate. Let's give them something to hate. Yeah, I try to tell them I'm great, but they just wanna sit back and hate. Let's give them something to hate. Yeah, even if you're bobbing your head to my tape and think I'm straight, say bruh, it's just something to hate. And I know I can't please all y'all, so I stay. Let's give them something to hate. I'm from the old school, that's why I'm so cool. Just like I'm Joe Cool, that's why I flow cool. Yeah, you don't know him, Jay, but yet you hate on him. You ain't the first, you laid homie. Wanna hate on me, so does the world. You probably like me though, nah, so does your girl. I keep it to myself, then I ain't acting wild. You probably wanna be like me, cause I'm black and mild. You see, I used to smoke, now it just chill. I drink a little bit, then I just chill.
from the streets no more, man.
All day, how they getting guap. And how if you playing that you're getting shot. Make your wet drip drop, better get 'em out. But it's all yes sir when it getting stuck. Got money, but don't spend on nothing on value, you dummy. They say we gorillas and turn us to killers. But when you say something true, they do not feel it. Yeah, we can do brothers like they do this too. And the love business like they do is true. But they controlling the music like who is the dude to say what they do? They be like, shoo. Go somewhere, don't bother me. Rather hear about the lottery, who getting drafted. Keep it massive, anything to see the masses. Sheep the masses, hope they don't see the glasses. Keep them done so they won't see me fast. Yes, look at the dime, 11:11, look at the time. Yes sir, boy, it's all in the mind. Let's make it work. That's right, girl, let's make it work. That's right, boy, let's make it work. Every day, let's make it work. Turn it up. Wish it was a pipe dream when we came here at 19 and then 16. So I'ma give you a quick 16. Hope you're listening. Came here in Virginia and the madness gon' continue for 157 years. And their declaration was this. They said God created us equal. But what about my people? That evidently wasn't their truth, cause they treated us like we woof.
Oh yeah, really. I'm taking a long time to do this. There are birds starting.
So let's go.
Oh my god, look, the light on my camera isn't I think I took a little too many pictures. Seriously, I took like 100 pictures. I think
There it goes.
Watch how it lightens back up. Something came from nothing, and bam, there you are. Okay? Now I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the observer, the spirit, the soul, the I am. Let's fast forward you a little bit. Until you're a baby. You're precious. You have no self. I am everything is what a baby would probably say. I'm just guessing. Fast forward that baby, and then they get a little older, and then they are starting to get influenced by other people that are telling them that, hey, you're not everything. You are whatever your name is. Fast forward. Now look at all the other influences. Look at all the other labels that come on top of your name. All of these things contribute to what you see in the mirror. Something's not right. I mean, let's look at the world. We got war, we got death, we got killing, we got debt, we got people lying, we got surveillance. Now, a lot of these things that we're told are not from people that have had first-hand experience, right? They're telling you something that they heard or they've researched by something that somebody told them. So it just goes up the line and up the line. Me, I wanted to have my own first-hand experience because all of these books and all of these experiences and all of these people that are talked about in these places, they have first-hand experience. And if you listen to these people, they said that you could too. The bigger question that you should be asking is not who is this guy, who is this guy, and who is this guy, but who are you? 80% of the world believes in a higher power. And instead of us fighting over which way is the way, maybe we can unite on that point and start to fix some of this crap that's going on here. Because that is the truth. There is a higher power. But the thing is, the secret is that they don't want you to know, and there is a they, and I'm not even going to get into them, but they don't want you to know that that higher power is you. When you start to put the pieces of the puzzle together, you see that they all lead back to you. You are the end of your journey. Now, the people that realize this, the people that have that experience, they go back here and they try to talk to these people and these people, but you see the amount of confusion that goes on there. So it's difficult to cut through. That's why it's a personal journey. It's something that you have to do.
So I decided to open carry and hijack it back. Commencing hijack. Transmission started. Are you ready for an upgrade in consciousness? I interrupt your regularly scheduled program with what may be the largest hijacking of a reality that anyone has ever attempted. My name is... Why are you staring? Did I not put on the 3D Earth filter again? Oh, sorry about that. My name is Vik, and I want to share with you something that has been a lifetime in the making. If knowledge is power, then the knowledge of self is the highest power there is, and the best news you will ever hear. But just a little background first. This is the time that has been prophesied for thousands of years in many ancient scriptures. It is true. This is the time of revelation, which is a revealing of truth, and apocalypse, which is just an uncovering. What you are witnessing now is disclosure of the highest kind. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. This is the cutting edge of consciousness that we're living in right now. This is why you chose to be here now. There will be a lot of changes, and change is not to be feared as long as it's for the better. I've been on a spiritual journey in search for truth and experience for quite some time, and have had my greatest gains once I've turned my focus inward instead of outward. Now I know why Jesus said, "Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you." This crazy world that we live in just didn't seem right to me. And the deeper that I've been going in, the more awakening and experience I've had as to what is really going on and who I truly was. Then suddenly, one day, I woke up. You know, like the fairy tale, row, row, row your boat, life is but a dream. What if you could wake up from it? I did. I can see the matrix now. Even from a physical standpoint, we are all of the same energy. If you believe in science and that E equals MC squared, you may notice there is only one energy. We are indeed all connected in different manifestations of one thing. Even Einstein said, reality is an illusion, albeit a persistent one. I'm not here to profit off anything or anybody. I'm not charging for any information and I have nothing to sell. This is just a way for me to use my creativity, talent, intellect, passion, and will for service to others. I'm not asking you to believe anything that's outside of yourself or that you can't experience yourself. I'm not telling you how the fruit tastes and asking you to take my word for it. I'm not telling you I'm the only one that has access to the fruit and that you need me to taste it. I'm telling you that the fruit is real, free, and showing you where it is so you can taste it yourself. All of the ills that are going on in the world now can be changed by a raising of our consciousness. We can rise above the turbulence and negativity, just as a pilot rises above a storm once they know they have controls to the elevator. That's why this is important and relevant for ourselves, our children, and our planet. Spirituality is the key. There's nothing more fundamental than spirituality, as Anthony DeMeo would say. What is spirituality? Spirituality means waking up. Most people, even though they don't know it, are asleep. They're born asleep, they live asleep, they marry in their sleep, they breed children in their sleep, they die in their sleep without ever waking up. They never understand the loveliness and beauty of this thing that we call human existence. This is the good news. The first step is questioning the possibility of who you truly are. Jesus Christ knew he was God. So wake up and find out eventually who you really are. In our culture, of course, they'll say you're crazy and you're blasphemous, and they'll either put you in jail or in the nut house, which is pretty much the same thing. However, if you wake up in India and tell your friends and relatives, my goodness, I've just discovered that I'm God, they'll laugh and say, oh, congratulations. At last you found out. The fundamental truth is you have divinity within you. There is a creative force, for lack of a better word, let's call it God, love, or all there is. All there is everything, including you. You are part of it. And when you remove all that you think you are it. Even Jesus would say, is it not written in your law? I said you are God's. We are truly one being experiencing itself. When you look in the mirror, you are seeing an image of God. Your scriptures even tell you, you were made in God's image, weren't you? Some may look in the mirror and purely see the physical body and hear the ego say that that is you. But who is listening to the ego? In truth, you are experiencing the presence of an ego. It's like trying to describe to someone what a mango tastes like that has never tasted one. You can read volumes of written works on the taste of a mango, but they don't come close to actually tasting one yourself. In the experience of awakening, you realize that there is more to life. There is another level to reality. It's like you're a radio station and you have the ability to tune into a different station that has more harmonious music and is more in tune to nature and the universe. I've diligently worked on this plan for years, observing the amount of resistance and suppression in the mainstream, and formulated my information as simply and as black and white as possible. It's either true or not. I've structured it to whether there is no middle ground. If it's false, it should be easily disproved. If it's true, the world changes. Don't you think this is worth looking into? It's like me saying to an archaeologist, there's gold beneath you. To prove me wrong, they must dig. It's either there or it isn't. To say there isn't anything without digging is to deny the possibility and choose to remain ignorant. Some people are making this choice, and unfortunately, some of these people have a lot of people following them. The blind leading the blind, as they say. As Marcus Garvey says, never forget that intelligence rules the world and ignorance carries the burden. Therefore, remove yourself as far as possible from ignorance and seek as far as possible to be intelligent. Believe it or not, there are influences that do not want you to know this and take control of the power that you have. If you find your own real gold, they can no longer profit off the gold-covered lead that they've been giving us for years. I'm not the only one going through this shift. There are many others experiencing more of themselves and have realized who they are. Now is the time to come out of the shadows and shine as brightly as you can. I've become a fisher of men of sorts, but I'm fishing with a very large digital net that I'm bringing in now. Jesus was also a fisher of men, and even he said, the things that I do, you can and better. So I'm not just reading about it, I'm taking action. My intent is to remove the hurdles of misinformation and fear, and use my journey to truth as an example to help assist you on yours. This has nothing to do with belief, faith, or religion. God has nothing to do with religion. This has to do with the truth. Nobody owns the truth. You are the truth. So let's test this out. Let's have a discussion. I've laid out my logic and thought process in what I've called the 100-degree challenge. It's my cliff notes to awakening, if you will. What happens to water when it reaches 100 degrees? It changes form. It takes that one extra degree to have a totally different experience. Is this not newsworthy? Is this not more important than the latest celebrity antics or team score? Are those part of the distractions put in place to keep you from knowing the truth? Are those things meant to keep you asleep and mentally enslaved? I'm making myself available to speak on this, not because I know it all, but because I know this conversation will enlighten us all and shed light on the falsehoods that have been perpetrated for years. The enlightenment may not be televised, but we can use the system against it. We can use its momentum against it and transform it from the inside out. P.S. The mainstream media is very predictable and not very creative. They have very few choices when faced with a dilemma such as this. They can choose to not engage and attempt to ridicule me, but they can't ridicule my logic or the many people that are coming into this understanding and having these experiences. They can choose to ignore me, but that only makes it worse for them when this does come to light. That would be like digging their own hole, and hopefully they're smarter than that. In a compassionate way, I'm letting them know that it is better to have a conversation now. I'll make myself available to talk, but the only caveat is that it's done openly so I can show it to the people unedited. If you are about the truth, then what's wrong with that? All my info is here for those that wish to discuss, and you can look on my website for times when we'll have our own discussions regardless of the mainstream interaction, starting on the 27th. Please share this video and participate on the level you can. Sitting on the sidelines and watching people that do not have our best interest at heart control and manipulate us is no longer an option. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. The truth is a virus worth spreading. Thank you.
Right? So Vik Bang Theory is that energy with the truth, traveling and just sharing this with people and injecting that same energy in each area that we stop. And just me exploring, me sharing this message, you hearing this message, you interacting with me, seeing I'm a real person, and really just awakening as many people as we can. Plain and simple. I'm going to do it through music. I'm going to do it through art. I'm going to do it through video. I'm going to do it through any way that I can because that's what I do. Even my old album that went double wood, that's what I was doing. I was looking for the truth. I even got songs called The Truth. I mean, you look at that, that's real. That was me expressing myself through music, searching for this. Now that I have this, I got to express it. I got to show it. I got to share it. And it's going to be through music, through other ways. Not that this is something new. I've been doing this. So there you have it. I don't want to be long-winded, but I want to explain what this is. And I put theory in it because I know for a fact that God exists and I've experienced that. But I have to theorize that for the people that don't have experience to get you to say, okay, it's okay to have an experience. It's okay. So that's where we are. This is where we are. Peace. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Ladies and gentlemen, before I say anything else, can I get your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, can I get your attention, please? Can I get your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen? Just real quick, I don't waste your time. We got to give a round of applause to the band. Yeah! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. I hear you. I hear you.
It look good. And when they play it on TV now, people gonna be in the audience, they gonna be gleaming, they gonna swear something in the contact, because I'm shining, I'm gleaming, I'm glistening down. I look like I've been dipped in aluminum foil. You see what I'm saying? And it's gonna be shining on TV, and it's gonna look good. It's gonna the rate is gonna be through the roof, but you gotta understand something. And this is the fundamental of what I'm trying to get out to these people here. My daddy told me this here. He said, you're gonna shine when it's your time.
And that's our time.
Michael, the lover.
If your body is fast, you're gonna brain, you're gonna fall.
One door closes, another one opens.
Big Bang.
Stay tuned.